Good sounds to you. Let me not lie. It is a beautiful day, even though the skies may be a little bit gray. I went into Walmart. Yeah, that I did. I went in there and I was like, can I do this? Because I don't like to go in there because me coming back from a TBI, seeing everything double, like even right now, I have eyes here and eyes here. So everything is double right now. And it's like, So we just got back, so my mind is still like, whoa. But let me tell you about some of the things that I got to see, some of the things that I got to saw. Get it? See, saw. Either way, either or. You got to be able to love your source. Normally I do moments with Razy over there on Facebook, but I decided to come over here and be able to share. And this is what I seen. Me being paralyzed and having moments where I wasn't able to walk. I got to watch these women. There was a woman, one that really stood out with me, that made my heart, my spirit, my heart was speaking to my rambling Ramsey within my mind, and I was able to have the strength to be able to just listen this time, not to offer up my story, to say, hey, I remember when I used to sit there. This time I got to listen, I got to feel, yeah, I got to feel all those vibes. She had little children around her, and she being the mom, the son standing there, the oldest one, just looking down and just walking and saying, why everyone is looking. But what I wanted to be able to say, what I wanted to be able to share, but what I got to feel was the feelings that was within the air. To be able to speak to the woman that sat within the wheelchair. To be able to feel her emotions, because I remember when I sat there. I remember the moments when my daughters stood beside me, when they walked with me, when they would have to be the ones that were the brutes because other ones became, let's just say, like bullies. Where it felt like no matter where we went, my children were my defenders because there I was in a wheelchair. So watching these children as they were standing there with their mom, while she's trying to teach them manners and say excuse me, while the little one came by to get one Mountain Dew. Now mind you, it blessed me through and through. Because you could tell so much more in the layers and the layers of the pages of this woman within her eye wells. Her beautiful stained glass windows, within her ear wells that we all have. I know she got to hear this time. I looked at her and I smiled, much gratitude, just to be able to see the strength within this woman, even though she sat there in a wheelchair, with her children around her, with everyone looking upon her. Those are the stories that I remember so well. I was 400 pounds. I sat there where people were judging the family, judging me and my children, and laughing and giggling. Where you still had to hold your head up high and still had to push through and still had to be a mom. Like the woman today I got to see. I smiled at her. I acknowledged her. And the children as well. I wanted to run to them and say, you guys are doing an amazing job. Where tears started swelling up within my wells. I wanted to share with them, don't matter what all these grown-ups, what all these folks, no matter what they are saying, no matter what they are doing, know what you're doing right there is the most beautiful. I have two beautiful daughters. One is 28 and one is 21. Where they stood beside me, where they gave their knowledge, where they stood. I wanted to share with these children where they walked with their heads down. I wanted to say, lift it up and say hooray, because you are doing something that none of these adults can do but just talk and spray. Good for you. This is what it means to be a mother. This is what it means to be a son, a daughter. This is what it means to be a father. I want to be able to relay to you the feelings that I seen within this woman, the feelings that I remember within myself, because I, coming back from a TBI, I am learning that we are all beautiful mountains. That's right. Islands in the stream. That is what we are. You go, Dolly Parton, because to for sure, that is what we are. We got beautiful stained glass windows. We got ear wells to be able to make us well. We got the strength and we got the knowledge. But we got the heart. We got the seed of faith and we got the fire. Right here to be able to keep them roots warm. That's why we have the fire within us. We got the well, the secret garden. We got all that going on. We're so beautiful. That's what I've learned. Learning words once again, how to, how not to, don't do. Don't say that, don't do that, don't be like that. You got to do it my way, because it's my way, because I couldn't do it that way, is what I'm realizing. You got to be able to know yourself. You're going to know that you're going to have ups. And baby, when you got the ups, let the ups be up. And when you got the downs, let the downs be down, but don't be ashamed of them. No, don't be ashamed of them, because you know what? Each and body that is on this Mother Earth right now has the same thing. We got our ups and we got our downs. We got our in-betweens and we got our round and rounds. That's the one thing that is so beautiful about us. We got that strength, the knowledge, the heart, the fire. You only got to grow 18 inches to be able to know, but you got to let it grow into the roots to be able to say, hey. I'm grateful for the TBI. Sometimes I'll say, hey, I don't like this TBI. It's taken me a long time to be able to come back, and then I'll forget it, and then I'll start all over once again. I keep things on my things as post-it notes, and a lot of beautiful soul shiners always seem to check in. Why do I call my friends soul shiners? This is what we are. This is what we are to one another, because we are beautiful mountains. Hey, Razy Ray, moment, let me display. We are beautiful mountains that get to live in this garden. We have, and you know, I recognize people, folks, as beautiful books. When you go into the library, you don't sit down and read every book because you'd be so overwhelmed. But what you do recognize is everyone has a story. Everyone has their ups. Everyone has their downs. Everyone has their in-betweens and their round and rounds. But the one thing that we all have in common, like I always will say, we got beautiful stained glass windows. We got ear wells to be able to make us well. We got that heart, that seed of faith, that fire to be able to say, I know I can. I know I can. When you feel like you're the only person, that's why I do moments with Razy on Facebook. That's why I started them. But I want you guys to truly, honestly know how beautiful you are. You're going to have your ups, as always. Learn from it. And when you have your lows, learn from it. Betweens, learn from it. So either way, either or, you got to be able to love your shores. That's what's beautiful about life. And I almost lost track of where I was. But like I said, I'm coming back from a TBI, and sometimes it's always a new way. But that's what's about life, right? It's always a new way. A new way to be able to grow, a new way to be able to know, a new way to be able to flow. Because if we wanted to keep doing it the same way, we'll keep doing it the same way. You know, we got to be able to do it another way. Not how somebody else says, but we got to be able to know ourselves. We got to be strong within ourselves. And that is what is so beautiful about life. Guys, know that. But that woman right there, I wanted to just tell those children. But this time I kept quiet. And I just sent all that good vibes. And I pray all those prayers that all those children will know and recognize how strong they are. The things that they learn, the compassion, the things that adults can't even display. Those children, that mother, was the strongest people that I've seen today. So, recognize that. Sometimes the weakest is actually the strongest, you know, because they themselves are still going through, you know. Either way, either or, go love your shores. This is just a moment of mine to be able to say, hey, recognize. Just recognize. Just recognize. Peace out, guys.